That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a tremendous amount of fun. We had a really good car at the end, and we got it running. Midway through the race, we had some contact, and it knocked the right rear quarter panel on the right rear tire, and it cooked the right rear tire. And so when I needed to move forward, the car wouldn't do it. Way too loose. That was like lap 60 to lap 85. So I couldn't move forward when I wanted. Kind of riding at the backside of the top 10. And but when we came in, fixed that quarter panel, put the right sides on, man, that thing flew. It drove perfect, of course. Josh did a good job making sure it was handling well. But we just had great drive, good turn. We just started kind of passing those guys and got all the way up there to third. And I was really happy with that. And then the caution came out. Then I got to thinking about maybe getting second if we could, but Mason's a good driver, and I'd have had to really hit him or knock him out of the way to get second. Really happy with how the night had went. And so we settled in there and ended up third. But I missed the shift on the last restart. I got a great jump right there with Carson. Went to go to board and didn't get it there. The shifting is really long. The throw of the shifter is super long, and I'm just not used to that. But that cost us a shot at second for sure.
What the beer tastes like in Victor Lane?
I love it. I love drinking beer in Victor Lane. No matter what kind it is. But just super proud of Carson. Carson, to me, is the real deal. If he gets the right opportunities, he'll go a long, long ways and make a lot of people very happy.
Just do like the Earnhardt Jr. revival?
Well, that's a great way to put it. Maybe it is. I had so much fun, no way I'm not doing it again. I don't know where we'll show up, but we probably won't make a big production out of it like we did this. We'll probably just enter the car and show up and have some more fun. You know, there's a lot of races out there we can run before the NBC deal picks up in the middle part of the season. So we want to give Carson more opportunities, and I certainly will drive a late model again very soon.
Something in the crowd.
I saw them getting excited when we were passing those cars at the end. It's real easy to see the fans because of the way the lights are positioned. They light the fans up really well. So I can see them really getting excited about every pass we were making at the end. And then under that green-white checkered caution, they were just out of their seats, telling me everything I needed to do to win the race. And so I hate that I probably didn't get done what they wanted at the end, but I'm sure we're certainly tickled with everything and how things went, how competitive we were. The race car is one of the best cars out there, so I was glad I was able to run pretty good with it.
What was the track like?
Can you imagine this? When you say they said you're going to race, can you imagine this atmosphere? Is that what you thought it would be? Like?
Bob, I thought we'd sell about 10,000 tickets. How many do you think we had here today, Bob?
Probably 16 to 18, I think.
Yeah. I was going to say 20.
Well, you're an optimist, I'm not. Right?
Yeah. So I thought we'd get about 10 and be thrilled. You know, they sold out camping. You know, they packed them in here. I had a little compound over there off turn 2. All my family here. My Aunt Kathy was here. My dad's sister, my wife, and our kids, and I love them all getting to see me drive a little bit. And my oldest daughter, Isla's getting old enough to sort of piece it together a little bit. We watched the cars get lined up before the race, and she's like, "Why aren't you driving your car? You know, they're supposed to drive your car to the front stretch." I'm like, "It's not time yet." So she's starting to figure it out. But this is a tremendous deal for me. I had a lot of fun. I probably wasn't really smart because I didn't get monetarily involved in the ticket sales or the online purchases or the streaming rights or nothing. We didn't get paid to be here. We just wanted to have a race. This all started from trying to get this thing scanned. I was riding with Marcus in the airplane going to Vegas, and I was very selfishly trying to get this track scanned for myself so I could race it on iRacing. I knew it'd make a lot of other people happy, but I was doing it for me. And this whole thing here I was doing for me because I wanted to race a late mile race. I'd been procrastinating forever about doing it, and I just needed a good kick in the ass, and I thought if we put a race on it in North Wilkesboro, there's no way I wouldn't do it, right? So I kind of backed my own self into a corner. I ended up, I know that, everybody was going to enjoy this and have fun, but it was a little selfish agenda that drove all of it. But, I was happy to be a part of advising everybody. I mean, telling them, hey, Cars Tour has to be part of this. The only way I can race is if the Cars Tour comes, because I got late models and I'm not running a Pro or a Super or somebody else's car in any other series. I said, you get the Cars series there and I'll be there. I love the Cars Tour. They do a good job. We've been a part of that a long time and wanted to succeed. So it's awesome everything came together, everything came together. And they had a late night last night. I don't know how late we'll go tonight. It's probably a little later than people would like, but weather was great. Thank God the weather was great. So I don't know how it could get much better, at least for us. We're in Victor Lane, and Carson did a good job. I'd rather him win, to be honest with you, in the long term for his own future. I'd rather him win this race because I believe in him, and he needs these kind of wins to really put his name on the map.
So I'm guessing you're not going to race here in October when it's dirt?
No, I don't race dirt. I never have. I got no talent. So nobody would want to see that. It'd be ugly. But I will be here, and I will be wherever the cold beer is. So I'm not going to miss that. I've already circled a couple dates that I think I can make. They're racing on Saturday night, the weekend at Martinsville, so I can probably skip over here and get to see that. I think I got to just see it, right? Could you imagine this place dirt? I can't even put that in my imagination. I got a hell of an imagination. I can't even imagine. I got to see it. I can't not miss that, man. If I miss that, I'd be pretty disappointed. I'm more excited about that, I think, than this one, to be honest with you. But
what's this track mean in the history of stock car racing for the roots of the sport and everything, and to bring it back?
Yeah, hopefully this track's going to have a future. I would encourage everybody that really wants to help this place survive. I would encourage everybody to really think of it as multi-use property. It cannot survive as simply a racetrack. It needs to serve the community, festivals, concerts, holiday events, things like that. It's boring talk, but it's real. It's the realistic option for this facility to survive. If it can survive as a multi-use property, it can have racing, and it can have some very, very good events here. And I think they can run trucks here. I think they can run Xfinity here. I think you could have an all-star race here. I don't see why, if we get a little further down the road, we couldn't even have the conversation can be had about having a cup race here. I don't know why you can say no to that in this juncture. I think there's a lot of potential here. So, but of course, when you have nights like this, anything seems possible. We'll wake up tomorrow and it'll maybe be a little more realistic landscape. But standing here tonight, it feels like we could just about do anything here.
I know you like to give credit elsewhere, but do you recognize your?
I'm sorry, I don't. I don't, and that's probably a good thing. That don't make sense. But I'm gonna tell you, when I was standing here before the race started, getting ready to get in the car, I almost wanted to cry. It was so emotional because every seat was filled, and I still can't believe this happened. I still can't believe this happened, man. This place was forgotten about. Nobody, anyone in the planet was ready to argue with you. You ain't bringing that back. It's never coming back. Nobody, there's a lot of people that believe in it, but not enough. But enough switches got flipped, and enough unfortunate things happen that here we are. But I still don't believe it, you know. But boy, I'm gonna tell you, that moment, getting ready to climb in that car, looking around and seeing all those people that getting ready, you know, they were anticipating the race. You could feel it. The energy was so amazing, and it felt exactly like being here in 1990. You know what I mean? Looking in the grandstand, it felt just like it was a cup race about to pop off with Ricky Rudd and Dad and, you know, Bodine and Darryl and all those guys. It was so cool. So,
When's the last time you got a top 3 in the Sun Drop 3 cars?
I'm gonna tell you what, I ran 159 races in my late model career, and I won 3. Ran second a shit ton, third, fourth, but the Robert Powell, Charlie Powell, I raced against those guys down at the beach, and they beat me every week. Good race car drivers, good family, and I probably had a handful of top 5s, but this is by far the best moment I ever had driving a late model stock car. We won races, but boy, we won them by the skin of our teeth. Tonight, this is the best race car I've ever had in a late model stock race, by far. I've never had that good of a race car.
Did I hear that you're thinking about doing the Thanksgiving race at Southern National?
Well, that's certainly something I could run. I don't know. I was looking at the schedule weeks ago. I don't know if the 400 Florence is on a race weekend. Is that right after Cup? So I was looking at that. I raced at Florence. I might run one of those or both of those. I would love to. I'm excited. I'm definitely going to race next year a couple times. I'd love to go to Florence on a Friday night when not even tell nobody. You know, we got a lot of off weeks with the car stores, so I could take a car and the guys would just show up, never say a word, right? I'm dying to get in the dually and take that drive because I did it a lot in the 90s every Friday night. And I had a year down there. I won 1 race in 96, ran 14 races, won once, run second 12 times. I wrecked the 13th race, run second to Robert Powell every week. He was so good. He's still hanging around down there. But
Are you going to do the thing like Tony Stewart where it's like, I'm Smoke Johnson?
No, I don't know, man. We'll probably just show up. We'll see. This will be tough to do again. This was a lot. I had worked my guts out for 2 days, signing autographs and doing Q&As and trying to help this. You know, way back, I made a lot of promises about what I'd contribute, right, to the event. And so we were busy. We were working and grinding and meeting and greeting and practicing and sweating. God almighty, it was miserable during the day, but I don't know if I could actually do something this big again, but I mean, you know, we want to race, but I don't like being in the middle of attention. I don't like being the center of the universe with these type of deals. It's not very comfortable for me. I want to be looked at, you know, as one of those drivers. You know, I'm on Bobby and all these guys that we race against. They look at me as just a good driver they love racing with. They're happy to see come in the track and unload. But being in the middle of the universe is kind of tough. But not my cup of tea, I guess. But
The driver mentioned on your podcast that you want to run one early in the year before you start your NBC time. There's a track right up the road from Florence called Dillon Motor Speedway that had to lose a date.
Yeah.
You called Ron Barfield and told him,
Dale, did the track tonight race like it did back in the day, or were there differences?
it's just like I racing, no grip, sliding around. Car don't drive very good. It's fun.
Girls are getting bigger. How cool is that? Just having them.
I love the girls being able to come experience this with us, and they have a lot of fun being around it. But I hope that they get to experience a little bit more. I really do.
Mickey said they're taking up this pavement.
I am sad. I love the old pavement. I'm gonna try to call Marcus, but I doubt we'll be able to change their mind. I know they can dump dirt. I know they can dump dirt on asphalt, but I don't know if they want to go through all that trouble. But you know, they got a little more knowledge about paving now than they used to have. So the new pavement that goes down in this place probably be just right.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check one of those 2 videos out that we have right beside you. Visit Frontstretch.com for more great content.